England here in Stockholm, winning his 100th cap tonight. Make no apologies for mentioning that again, and congratulations to him. A magnificent achievement. Familiar faces for Sweden, particularly to fans of Fulham, West Brom, Blackburn and Sunderland.
Sweden name 8 of the team that finished last month's epic World Cup qualifier in Germany, where they came from 4-0 down to force a draw. They're as close to full strength as possible. 3 new caps in an England team with an average age of just 25. Raheem Sterling becomes only the 3rd 17-year-old to play for England in the modern era. Leon Osman at 31, the 3rd oldest debutant of the last 50 years. Steven Corker is the other newcomer. England, the guests of honour at a housewarming party. The Friends Arena will be nice, and it's finished. It's state-of-the-art inside, although the pitch was only laid 5 days ago and looks like it'll cut up. It's state of construction outside, still 1 or 2 flat. And now top England's group by 2 points. Well, the christening of a new national stadium for Sweden. England glad to see the back of the old one. They haven't beaten Sweden in Stockholm since 1937. Andy Townsend alongside me. You never know quite what to expect from a friendly. What's the vibe you get about the pitch of tonight's game?
Oh, certainly, Clive. I think this is a proper test, a proper game. Some of those friendlies, you're quite right, over the years we've seen, not only for England, I've played in many friendlies, my Ireland days, where don't always seem to feel like you're getting a lot out of it. I think it's the sort of occasion tonight where England players, particularly the debutants, will learn a lot, and I think even the scene.
Osman, Welbeck, this is Leon Osman. It's a smart save by Andreas Isaksson, and Leon Osman settling into international football quickly.
Yeah, little 1-2 there with Danny Welbeck. Never really caught the shot, did he, Leon Osman? But he was at the moment is electric. He's absolutely on fire with Van Persie and Rooney. It's difficult, but he's always done well when he's had an opportunity in an England shirt.
Gerrard in towards Cahill. Oh, he'd only needed a touch, and he didn't quite get a touch.
Anything on that, Clive, and it's in the net. You saw the reaction from Isaksson. He was panicking that Cahill might make a contact. In the end,
Ibrahimovic, even he is struggling to pass the ball accurately. Kačan Nikolic. Now Shellstrom, he can strike them with that left foot and flies by a post, which I think Joe Hart had covered.
Yeah. He had runners going beyond him there, Kim Shellstrom, but nothing further in his mind to try and see if he can make Joe Hart into it, force him into a save.
He's left out of the starting lineup in Berlin for that qualifier against Germany last. Johnson to Sterling. Martin Olsen's getting to him very quickly. Here's Mateusz Ranegi, and he's got Martin Olsen overlapping to his left. Ibrahimovic waits in the centre. Olsen, Ibrahimovic, another chance, 1-0. Something fitting about the fact that the first goal in the new national stadium is scored by Sweden's talismanic striker, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. England gave him a second chance.
You know, Glenn Johnson had possession. He knocked the ball into Raheem Sterling and then seemed to run beyond him a little bit. Steven Gerrard also a little bit further forward. Once they get the chance to counter, then they're running straight at the central defenders. It's a good run from Martin Olsen outside Ranegi. Now he's just got to find the right pass. Good run from Ibrahimovic. Gets a little bit of good fortune, but that's a really smart finish. It's just a stab, a toe poke, right into the roof of the net.
Ibrahimovic's partner tonight, Mateusz Ranegi.
Good finish, wasn't it? Just gets a bit of good fortune. Just bounces back, but...
Out by Sterling. Plenty of support here, and he's managed to sweep past Shellstrom, who's gone down injured. This is Raheem Sterling. Now Danny Welbeck. Pull back to Glenn Johnson. Oh, and the touch by Cleverley on the edge of the 6-yard box. There was no flag against him. It was a chance.
He did well, Tom Cleverley. He just gambled. He just put himself in a position where he thinks, I might get on the end of it. You'll see him make the move there, and having got there, he's got to put that in.
It's caught Isaksson, by the way. He's still down, the keeper.
Good work from Danny Welbeck, holds it up. Good, excellent run from Glenn Johnson, who decides to take the shot, and Tom Cleverley does everything right. Just gambles, just steps into the hole, just make a bit more contact, and England are back in it.
No free kick. Larsson in towards Ranegi. for a good cross from Seb Larsson, but just couldn't quite direct it in.
And Gary Cahill just does enough, just about. As Renegi, as you say, has them long legs, he stretches for that, and he nearly makes enough contact to give Joe Hart something to think about.
Playing for Udinese in Italy.
First touch wasn't quite good enough, and credit Ibrahimovic is all over him like a rash there, trying to force the error.
Kacaniklic. Oh, and they got in a real tangle. Hart's done particularly well. Ibrahimovic though, Renegi! Might just have sat up, but it was a clear chance for Mateusz Renegi of England's, a problem of England's making.
That's sloppy. That really is sloppy there. I think when Gary Cahill's underneath that, I think he's got to deal with it. Just ducking out the way of that, whether Joe Hart's calling for it or not. In the first minute, he did exactly the same and just thought, look, I'm going to argue about it after. I'll deal with it. That one, he tries to duck out the way, and Renegi should score. That's sloppy from England.
Last month, take that miracle point off Germany. Sterling's a fabulous pass for Young. Ashley Young, crossed in towards Welbeck! That's a terrific equaliser for England. Snapped up by Danny Welbeck from a searching cross from Ashley Young after a tremendous pass from Raheem Sterling. Praise for all three. England on terms with 10 minutes of the half remaining.
That's better all round, isn't it? As you say, excellent ball out from Sterling. Once again, better play from Ashley Young. It's a brilliant cross. It's such a great ball in. Danny Welbeck, as soon as he recognises Ashley Young's picking it up, he knows he just wants to try and find a yard. Now, give me something to attack, and it's absolutely perfect. Delivered on a sixpence, and he can't miss that. That's a really well-worked goal all round from England.
Danny Welbeck scored 4 times this season. Roy Hodgson is confident all 4 will opt for England. He's made it pretty clear, and he wants to know. Should be a pride in the shirt. Gerrard with the free kick. And it's bundled in. And Stephen Corker has got a debut goal for England, who lead now in Stockholm.
Amazing turnaround.
20 years of age, Stephen Corker of Tottenham Hotspur scored against the English champions at the weekend and now marks his international debut with a goal.
Another good delivery, isn't it? It's another really interesting, inviting ball from Steven Gerrard. Difficult one for the goalkeeper. Should he be coming to get out? I don't think he can. And again, Corker just takes a chance. He just thinks, if I can find a little bit of space and just throw myself at it, who knows? And he gets himself a goal. Well done, sir.
2 goals in 3 minutes.
Tricky surface. Just seeing that, the flight on that is perfect, isn't it, from Gerrard? It's a big swoosh from Grongfist. He misses it completely. Big air shot, and Stephen Corker keeps his eye on it and just forces it home, bundles it home.
Score with a thumping header against Manchester City on Sunday. Larsson. Ibrahimovic just chested that down under pressure from Cahill. Kacaniklic. Ibrahimovic! They don't give him another chance like that. It was actually very good defending by Corker, who did enough. It's a corner.
The original control, you're right, was fabulous from Ibrahimovic. And Kacaniklic picks it up and just knocks it back. It's a difficult one to hit that with your right foot like that, letting that come across your body. Just enough connection, wasn't it, from Corker to divert it over the bar. Maybe one for your left foot to just swing it a bit.
Sebastian Larsson with the corner. Don't think Hart got a touch. Goal kick given.
It's like he was trying to get something on that, wasn't he, Joe Hart? Never really getting there.
Well left. Steven Gerrard. Space for Leighton Baines now to pick across. In towards Welbeck. It was Leon Osman scratching at the far post. I think Welbeck had the chance.
Good play. Good football from England. They kept it well, didn't they? I thought Danny Welbeck might have crossed earlier for Sterling, but he came back out. Some patient football. Eventually coming to Leighton Baines. Good delivery. Dangerous ball towards the near post. Any sort of flick there. Goalkeeper Isaacson he's picked it up and used the ball intelligently.
Gerrard has found Osman. It's a smart save by Isaacson and his near post.
got in some good areas there, hasn't he, Leon Osman, a few times now. Decent ball from Gerrard, good touch, and instead of cutting it back this time, he's just firing that straight towards the near post.
Sterling. Here's Gerrard. It's well struck. Isaacson fends it away.
Upper brighter all round. The touch is better, isn't it? The pass appreciation to each other is crisper and more accurate. This is the shot from Steven Gerrard. Plenty of swerve on that. Goalkeeper could have maybe took it with his hands, but decides to just beat that away.
Shellstrom. Rolled it away from Cahill. Hart came to claim it. Corker away. Hit by Larson. Never quite got over it. And Joe Hart feels he was fouled.
Well, we'll see. And certainly Renegi, we know, is a big lad. The ball's hanging over the goalkeeper. It's not the best of headers there, certainly from Cahill. And I don't think Renegi does anything wrong. I think he's fully entitled to go for that. He does. And Joe Hart doesn't really get enough on it. The shot in the end from Seb Larsson, he's struggling to keep it down, no problem.
Svensson into Ibrahimovic. Tell Corker off. And the defender did just about enough. It's a goal kick.
I'm surprised at the finish, because the way that Ibrahimovic received the ball and resisted the challenge from Corker was really good. Just a touch and then he drags it past him. Having done all of that, that's poor from him. Very difficult. Corker's tight and he's hanging on to him. He doesn't want to give him any sort of space. Just felt Ibrahimovic in the end could have provided something more.
Ibrahimovic has got on the dangerous side of Corker. It was a rather extravagant finish.
Yeah.
Didn't need me to tell him he could have taken the touch.
Could have took 2 or 3, Clive. Corker actually makes the header, and then Ibrahimovic just stays behind him. All of a sudden, a simple pass over the top from Seb Larsson. He's in. He could have took 2 or 3 or 4 touches. And
now to Sterling. And now Glenn Johnson, who is onside here. Come back towards Osman. Lustig did just about enough. Steven Gerrard! Far away.
that is a tempting one to hit first time. Again, you could argue whether Steven Gerrard takes a touch. I think any midfield player coming onto something like this is always going to be tempted to hit that one first time on the full, on the volley. Doesn't quite get it, does it? It's a little bit cramped, really, there, trying to get over the top of that.
Svensson. Oh, here's Ibrahimovic! Drilled through Joe Hart with unstoppable power by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He scored for the second time tonight, and Sweden are on terms.
Absolutely out of nothing. Whether or not England, because they've made changes, have just drifted and just slept a little bit, I'm not so sure. Let's credit the finish, the movement from Ibrahimovic. He just pushes Cahill away, then he just short cross away and just spins off of him. It's a stunning volley. That is a brilliant spot from Svensson. The control is worthy of one of the top strikers in the world, and the finish is magnificent. Ryan Shawcross has only been on for about 30 seconds. Welcome to international football. You switch off for a split. Great control. Perfect control. I felt he wasted an opportunity earlier on the half volley, didn't he, about 10 minutes ago? But that one, he gets it perfectly. Just clatters in, I think, to Gary Cahill after he's knocked it in.
Spella can pass, Huddleston. Welbeck's onside. Osman. Neat feet. Yard either side of Isaacson would have been interesting.
Half a dozen times Leon Osman's got into some really clever little positions, as you would expect from him. Takes good care of the ball, doesn't he, when it's given to him.
Osman getting a ticking off. Sweden getting a free kick, and guess who's placed it? Crowd as animated as they've been at any stage during the evening. There's a possibility of a Zlatan Ibrahimovic hat-trick. Well hit. It's in! The headline act on opening night is inevitably too much force. Barely a smile breaks his famous features, but pick this one out.
There's no way that one should be beating Joe Hart, Clive. That's his side. That can't go in that corner. You know, I don't think that's a particularly special strike either. I've seen him hit him a lot better. Yes, it's bouncing in front of the goalkeeper, but that shouldn't be beating him there, no way. That's one when you're in the wall or as an outfield player, you look around, you think your goalkeeper's going to get that, he'll say.
Hart's going to have to deal with that. Hasn't quite done so. Ibrahimovic, surely not. Oh! Now that is brilliant.
Wow.
That is truly exceptional. You've got something to talk about tonight, folks. You've just seen a stunning goal from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's got 4 tonight, and England are beaten.
That's an incredible finish. I said at the start, I've seen flashes and bits from this guy against all of the English teams in the Champions League over the year. But I think in witnessing that, you've just seen something very, very special. That is an incredible goal. Because as soon as Joe Hart does that, I'll tell you what, now he's already thinking, I'm going for this. Bang. Fabulous athleticism and the quality, the contact on the ball is amazing. I'll take me out off to him there. That's an incredible goal. It's not the greatest work from the goalkeeper, is it? But how much has he still got to do? He's facing the wrong way. He's 35 yards out. Just an incredible goal. There are very few players in the world that would have even attempted that, never mind pulled it off.
Actually bounced over the line. Wilshere. Leighton Baines. Well defended by the substitute. Sweden's night. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's night. They have a stadium, a stage worthy of top-class international football, maybe not a pitch, and they have a captain who belongs among the leading lights of international football. 4 goals. England were leading with 15 minutes to play here this evening, but they've been beaten. Joe Hart, man enough to shake Zlatan Ibrahimovic's hand. That 4th goal was something to savour. What a night. Sweden 4, England 2.
This new stadium is called rather charmingly the Friends Arena. Maybe they should have gone for the Ibrahimovic Arena, because that was some performance. Zlatan Ibrahimovic 4, England 2. A performance not entirely without plus points for England. But there goes Roy Hodgson's unbeaten record, and England just undone by a world-class player. But then again, that is by definition, I suppose, always a risk at international level. We'll be back with a look back at that very shortly.